Good, beautiful morning, everybody, and welcome to the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And if you like what you hear today, remember to like, subscribe, share, follow. And remember, if you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Lots of likes. Gets that algorithm putting the information out to more people. Today is Friday, and we're doing a live Q&A, and we'll also do a series of healings if you are open and receptive to healing. I've got on TikTok, I've got my device is set on normal, so you might hear notifications on TikTok, but I have to turn the do not disturb on my cell phone on TikTok off to bring anybody from TikTok that wants to come on and experience a healing process. You can come on live and join. Hi, Jasmine. Hello, Amanda. Good morning. How about that Patreon meeting last night? How'd it go after that? After we finished, ladies, I'd be very curious to know. So you're just joining. This is a Friday live Q&A, and we'll also do some healing. If you want to come on as a guest, either on TikTok or Facebook or YouTube, I think I can post a link for you guys. Let's see. Let's put an invite link here. Copy. All right. So I'm posting a link on Facebook and YouTube so that you can, if you want, click on that referral link or that link, and you can come on live with me if you have a question or you want to experience some healing event. We can do both today. It's a pretty interesting time to be alive when you consider all the different things that are happening around the planet. Hello, who we got there? Is that Kathy? Hi, hello, Delissa. Good to see you. Thank you for liking live. Thank you for tapping the screen. Really appreciate that. Yes. Hello, Drusilla. Was in ER last night. Sorry. Drusilla, I need to watch it after this. Sprained my wrist much better today. I wonder, is it the wrist that I'd be very curious to know if it's your left or right wrist. I'm very curious to know. Yeah. Glad to share. Thanks for sharing that, Amanda. Yeah, we had our patrons only live event last night. We had a Napoleon Hill and Dr. Joseph Murphy's energy present with us last night on the concept that the only way you can create your future is from the present moment. You have to see it, feel it, and live in it as if it's finished right now. Even when you're in your normal day-to-day life, they said, and again, I'm paraphrasing what was said last night, you need to learn to make what you want in the future to be experienced now. When you feel it as an experience, like it's right now, you're actually in the process of manifestation once you have the feeling of it. I found that was really exciting last night. Hello, Con. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. So we will bring people on if you want to experience a healing. You can come on live. We'll do that. We'll also take questions if you got that. This is an Ascension channel. We are in the process of transmitting messages from guides, angels, and other ascended masters on how to go through this transition that humanity's in right now between the old way of being and the new way of becoming our divine self, learning to live from soul. Good morning, Danielle. Good to see you. Yes. Keep liking that live. Love that. So yeah, this is a Q&A. You can ask any questions you want. Personal questions. Get questions from your guides, your angels. You want to connect to loved ones. This is a Friday Q&A. I'm not attached to it having to be a certain way right now. Just that whatever comes through for you that you need. Hi. Hello, Foxy Mama. Good to see you. The left one. Is that your smoking hand? Is that your smoking hand? Yeah, the universe. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it was your smoking hand. Again, you got to learn to handle your thing. You got to learn to handle things in your life differently than you currently are. You need to understand the function and the power of being in the experience that you wish to be living in now, as if it is now. Right? Live it in your mind, feel it in your mind. The details, I said, are really important. Is there a reason why my stomach is more sensitive to more foods now? Yes, Amanda, you're going through what's called a divine refinement, which is basically your body's now getting clean and healthy and vibrant enough that it's now becoming very selective about what it needs in order to achieve your light body, to awaken to that divinity, to embody your divinity in the form. And so the body will become very particular. And many ascended masters, guides, angels, they all will tend to go onto a particular type of diet for their body, as the body needs food very differently. When you start to awaken your soul, your body needs things very differently from the soul perspective than it does from the organic perspective. Your body, just as an animal body, will eat whatever it needs to eat to survive. But when you start to refine your body as an act of your own free, spiritual, sentient will, then the body starts to become refined and aligns itself to the frequency of your soul instead of the frequency of the world. So yeah, your sensitivities are natural. Pay close attention to the foods that your body's being attracted towards, like what it feels like. Pay close attention to those foods, and I bet you're going to find most of them are fruits, vegetables, foods that are alive. That's what you're going to probably find. But that's the message for you, Amanda, is you're beginning to activate the light body. It's really wonderful. The body's not going to tolerate things that don't keep it in harmony with the higher self. Greetings from Greece. Any message is welcome. Well, hello, Greece. Psychic medium. Yeah, again, sometimes I get songs, and I'm getting the song I'm getting for you is always look on the bright side of your life. Not the song actually goes always look on the bright side of life, but no, they're saying it's always look on the bright side of your life. That's specific to you. We have one of our students is going to be heading out to Greece, I think on Monday. Congratulations to Pamela on her new adventure to Greece. Thank you for that super chat, Amanda. Really appreciate it. Foxy Mama saying, I've started a meditation routine to connect with my angel guides. Do they have a message for me? Where I am at now? How close am I to hearing them? Can you confirm if any of my angels' name is Zachary? Yes, I can confirm that about Zachary. And again, you'll start to hear them. You'll start to hear them and feel them when the mind is held in stillness. You can only hear your guides and angels when the mind is quiet, because the mind is just your past repeating itself. So you really want to focus on getting the mind and getting the body completely still and quiet. And that statement, be still and know I am with you, right? I am God. I am Jesus. I'm Buddha. You'll know in the stillness, that's where you actually begin to hear your guides and angels. A lot of people will try and interpret their guides and angels through what they remember. Don't. Get your mind out of the way. It's only going to take a week or two. If you're already at that point where you got the name Zachary already, then you're going to start hearing the others and feeling the others. Because when the mind is still, other senses kick in. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, the non-physical senses. Your personality, your mind is keyed to your body. So it tends to perceive things from the physical dimension. But when you get your mind and body out of the way, quiet, calm, and peaceful, then your awareness, your soul, begins to activate these other non-physical senses that you have that let you comprehend and apprehend the invisible world. Yeah, Everybody has guides. Everyone has angels. They're all around you. You simply need to learn to shift your perceptual apparatus so that you can hear, sense, feel, and communicate with them energetically. You have to learn that. You have to teach your awareness to perceive beyond the 5 physical senses. Pamela is saying, hello, Greece. I'm coming on Monday. Yeah, very excited for you, Pamela. Very wonderful. Danielle's got a question. A while back, guides suggested I take some liquid iodine, 9 drops. I feel it improved within shortly. Still need to take them? At this point, it would be in a smaller amount. More like 5 drops a day is what your body would need. Just 5, no more than 5. Usually, an orange juice is the best. That's the way I take my iodine, is in orange juice. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you here today. So yeah, it's an open Q&A. We'll also do healing if you want to experience healing, and you can come on live. If you're on TikTok, you can request to join if you want to experience healing or you have a question. Living love is easier than being love. Being love, happiness, because of living love. Living love is easier than being love. Well, if you're living love, then you are already being love. The being always precedes the doing. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. The being always precedes the doing. So if you're living in love, it's because you're being love. Being always precedes doing. Always. Oh, thank you for that. Really appreciate that. 50% of that gold, man. Hi. Yeah, so Pamela, psychic medium in Greece is saying, hello, Pamela, you will love Greece. I know maybe Pamela's over on YouTube right now, on my YouTube channel. You might be able to go over there and connect to her, because I know she's open to magical, mystical, and spontaneous things happening in addition to the other miracles that she's already set up with her consciousness. Hi. Stop your nonsense. Good morning, Michael. Are you a medical medium? Can you tell what's wrong with me, if anything? No, I'm not a medical medium, but I can tune in. If I tune into your energy, I'm not picking up anything low vibrational from your system at all. I'm picking up very, very light, and this is distant emotional anxiety. However, if you want to come on live with me, I wonder if I can invite you on. Let's see if I can invite you on. Dun, dun, dun. Well, I don't see the option to invite you on. That would have been fun. But yeah, I'm open to inviting you on if you want to come on live. It's my cat. That's a good handle name. I like that. My grandmother is going to Canada, my aunt's house, and live there for a year. Any message for my grandmother? She's worried about her health issues. Yeah, please tell your grandmother right now to close her eyes, to put her hands over her heart, and make this declaration. My body is daily restored, rejuvenated, re-energized, and revitalized. Communicate that to your grandmother. That's what they're telling me to give her. Put her hands over her heart. My body daily is rejuvenated, refreshed, and re-energized. And go deeply into the feeling that these words will evoke for her. Tell her to go deeply into the feeling that these words, my body is daily restored, refreshed, and rejuvenated. My body is daily restored, refreshed, rejuvenated. She can add other things to that, like re-energized, revitalized. The body hears every thought you think, and every word it hears from the world. So be very mindful of what you will choose to allow your thoughts to be. But they've said very specifically, for your grandmother, that will be very powerful, because that is the truth. Because in truth, when you put your body to sleep at night, it automatically goes to a regeneration process. It automatically goes to a regeneration process at night. If you really understood that, then before you even put your body to sleep, you say, my body as I sleep will be refreshed, rejuvenated, re-energized, revitalized, and I'll awaken refreshed. You can tell the body what you need it to be, but her health issues aren't going to be that big of a concern if she goes deeply into the truth of those words. If she does that mantra, if she does that prayer every day, you get physical symptoms. You can talk to your symptoms in your body because the body can only talk to you on the level that it's at. So if you get a pain or an ache, it's the body telling you it needs some attention. That attention can be in one of several forms. That attention can be exercise or movement. The attention request could be for a particular type of food or water. It could be for meditation. The body can only communicate to you on the level that it's at, and it can never lie to you. So when your body's got an ache, it's not saying there's something wrong with it. It's simply saying I need something that I'm not getting, or I'm getting something I don't need. That's the basic message of a body when it sends you a symptomological pain. It just simply needs, it might need fresh orange juice. It might need juiced apples or carrots. It might need a walk down the street. Listen to your body. It will never lie to you. And it's your best friend in this world. The body that you have is designed to be your best friend. It will never abandon you throughout your life. Isn't that amazing? Your body will never abandon you throughout your life. Hey, Chris, good to see you, brother. Question from Jasmine. What would you say or do if you have a friend who says there's no God and also that has had a very traumatic life? Well, first of all, trauma is the first thing that needs to be handled. The individual needs to first get into a composite with their suffering and extend love to it. Tell your friend to get close to their pain and to give their pain the love and compassion it didn't get when it was going through the trauma. Or you get that person to book a session with me, Jasmine, have them book a reading with me. And I can assure you, the beings that work with me will certainly put her or him into a very different perspective about what consciousness is and what life is. As to the belief in whether or not there is a God, well, every single master said the same thing. Basically, the kingdom of God is within you, so God is within you. So in truth, the essence of your being is that you are God. And that might be a difficult thing for a lot of people to accept, but that is the truth. Tell her when it comes to considering whether or not there's an actual deity, ask her this question, or him this question. What keeps your heart beating? And of course, the logical conclusion is, well, there's neurological processes in the brain that stimulates an electrical impulse to the heart, which causes the heart to beat with certain rhythm. But if you understand science, you know there's no such thing as a cause without effect, or an effect without a cause, which means what causes that spark in the brain that causes the heart to beat? And a neurologist won't be able to answer that question. All they can do is measure what's physical, but something is causing that spark in your brain to cause the heart to beat, which of course, when the heart beats, it causes blood circulation and nutritional distribution. There's all kinds of wonderful things that happen over which you're not even aware. Most people aren't even aware of what their body's doing for them every day. But there's something that causes that process to happen on your behalf. What is that? Science calls it energy. Religion calls it God. But once your friend heals the trauma, they're going to connect to the divinity within themselves. Once they heal the trauma, they're going to connect to the divinity within themselves. That's what I'm being told to say. Tell them that. Actually, yes, Pamela, that's very true. It is. That's what it is. I got a question that's being hidden. I want to make it visible. I'm approving that comment. Here we go. Okay, my cat Tommy seems lost and like he lost his spirit and pretty weak. Any message, please? Hi, Iris. Remember, animals come and go into human lives because you need them for a certain process. But when I tune into your cat, again, yeah, your cat is telling me that it's taken on a lot of your concerns so that you wouldn't have to deal with them as much, which is something typical of dogs and cats, is they can take on the energy of their owners in order to share the discomfort they sense coming from you. So it's really important. Yeah, sit with your cat, put your hands over your cat, and take a few minutes to be totally grateful for everything that your cat has done. Transmit the energy of your gratitude to your cat, and you'll see a change in his behavior. But I would also recommend that you go through a process of letting go of some of the old emotions and concerns that you're still holding in your consciousness. You need to start letting go of some of those old dense energies that you've got trapped in your body, which are indeed affecting your perception. Right? You need to do that. Yeah, self-healing. There's information out on the net about the first solar flash in September. Any truth? There are always solar flashes happening. What people do not get caught up in the fear stuff that's going on out there. The existing paradigm of humanity is based in fear. It's thrived on fear, and it's going to collapse under the weight of fear. But the activities of the sun, we are very well versed in understanding that the sun is a reactive organism. It reacts and responds to everything going on upon the surface of this earth. When humanity comes to understand the energetic relationship that they have with all life around them and within them, that your emotional energies are coordinating and orchestrating all of your experiences individually and collectively. What you're seeing happening with the sun and the earth, what you call climate change, are effects of ungoverned negative emotions sustained and maintained by billions of human beings that do not know how to control, moderate, or regulate their own emotional nature. When you understand the direct relationship between energy and matter, then it would make perfect sense to you that the sun and the earth are energetically reacting and responding to the dominant emotional energy that humanity is emitting as a collective frequency. But there's enough love and goodness upon the face of this earth and in the consciousness of man. And by the term man, we mean humanity. That there is enough love to prevent such things from happening at this point of time and space. You're highly encouraged to begin the process of surrendering your anger, your fear, your guilt, your shame. Release them. Begin to change your function of action. When you stimulate actions that harm other people, you collectively add a negative vibration to the human collective experience. This negative vibration in turn gets transmitted from the bodies of those in such a state, and that energy gets imparted to your environment and induces effects and change in the fabric of time and space. But do not concern yourself with this flash in September that you are hearing about. All is well. If human is collectively able to continue the process of shifting their emotional paradigm from fear to love, then you need not concern yourself, for the vibration of love is very specific and precise in how it orchestrates matter to conduct itself, as easily and equally as the vibration of fear will orchestrate and direct matter to conduct itself in very specific ways. Even in your own human body, when you're excited, your body reacts with your excitement. When your body is upset or you are upset and sad, then your body reacts a certain way. Well, your environment is an extension of each and every one of you, where you are respectively in time and space. Your environments are an exact mirror for the composite of all your thoughts and emotions that you've accumulated in this lifetime and from others. The moment you're able to articulate a deliberate and specific change in thoughts and emotions, you will see corresponding changes occur in the environment around you. The recent events of geological and geophysical and astrophysical circumstances shifting and changing around you, objects coming in from interstellar space, earthquakes, mountains collapsing. All of these things are not simply events of the earth. They are the interconnected reactions between humanity and its connection to the environment. Do not escape the reality that you are responsible in part for how your emotions affect your environment. Collectively, you are all doing this, and you add to it individually, each and every one of you, when you are in states of anger or frustration, when your states are in states of love and playfulness. Each contributes its own effect to the experience of what you call creation or the material world. But you have a very interesting opportunity to become the architect of your love or the architect of your fear, especially in these current times where the energies are particularly heightened in the realm of creation. Wow. My son is planning on going to Japan this November or December. Will it be safe to be in Japan at the time, given the increased activity of earthquakes and volcanoes and eruptions? Yes, understand human collective emotional energy is orchestrating and organizing and interacting with matter, time, and space. Your own physical body, if you need evidence, when you are excited about something, your body reacts. When you react, you transmit that emotion of excitement. There are 9 billion human souls upon this planet. That's just the human souls, not to mention the hundreds of billions of other life forms that occupy and share this earth with you. And so your emotional energy, when it leaves your body, induces an effect in time and space. And you are doing this collectively. When you have wars and you have horrible things being done to other humans by other humans, you are creating an emotional flow of energy that will have effects in time, space, and matter. Collective anger, collective love, they each weigh and measure into the experience of this physical dimension. So these are not random events, these earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. They're not random events. They are effects of causes. And what your science does not understand is that the nature and quality of human collective emotion interacts electromagnetically with the planetary and solar bodies, which in turn receive and react and respond in kind. It is as if you have a good friend beside you who says, "That's really wonderful what happened to you," and you feel good because of what they say. Well, with 9 billion human souls transmitting an emotional quality, whether that emotional quality is more fearful or more loving, induces an electromagnetic effect into the conditions of your environment. Do not underestimate the power that each of you is in communion with all the time. You are in a state of atonement with the creation, atonement, at one-ment. You are in at one-ment with your entire creation. And do not be afraid for your son. He will enjoy his trip and have a wonderful time, and he will experience new and wondrous things. But be very clear that your concern and your fear will add to the creative function of events in time and space. Fear not for your son. Rejoice at his opportunity to experience the beauty of this part of the creation. Wow. Thank you. Could you tell me what someone's asking on TikTok? Could you tell me what might be holding me back from being fully present in every moment? Just your own unwillingness to be in the present moment. But the only thing that can hold you back from being in the present moment is when you're distracted by thoughts, memories, and emotions right? Unless those thoughts are in the present moment. I am grace, I am love, I am wisdom, I am knowledge. Your dominant attention creates the function of emotional energy you're going to be into. The only thing that can block you from being in the present moment is either you're thinking about the past or you're considering the future from the past, living in the past present or a future past. But I can promise you, from what they're telling me right now, that if you sit down and you get your mind and body absolutely quiet, calm, and peaceful, and in that place of stillness within yourself, you say, I am open and receptive to knowing the truth. To be open and receptive to knowing the truth. Be in the stillness of silence and be in that space that you are open and receptive to receive the truth. Be open and receptive in the present moment to receive. Many people will meditate and they will get to the stillness and they will get to the quiet. They will get to the peace. But then you must knock on the door, ask, and you shall receive the statement, I am open and receptive to know the truth. And you shall know it. It will come to you in the way it will come to you. Hi. Update on my coworker's baby. Tumor is shrinking. It was 10 centimeters by 5 by 6, and now it's 5 by 4 by 3. He's bringing his family home from Hong Kong as of August. Healing, love for full recovery. Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Yeah. Remember, so things affect the body. Thoughts affect the mind. Acts affect the soul. And there's a lot of things in this environment can affect the body, but I'm really happy for your friends and their wonderful, beautiful soul, baby. Pamela saying, on Wednesday's class, I was feeling sick. That's why I turned off my monitor and laid down. When you brought in Archangel Raphael, I felt so much better and revived. Yeah, that was beautiful, wasn't it? It's wonderful. Yeah, angelic beings exist. If you don't know they do, they do. I always thought that go to sleep, the next day is new. I had 2 nightmares in a row. Again, what you decide before you go to sleep is very powerful. How do I stop those nightmares? As you lie your body down to sleep, as you're putting the body to put it into its rest cycle, get the mind quiet and say to the mind and body, this night you will sleep deep, vibrant, healthy sleep. You'll awaken refreshed and rejuvenated. Talk to the mind and body, tell them what they're supposed to do. You can tell your body to pick up a glass of water and it'll do it. You can tell your body to raise your left hand. You can tell your body to raise the right hand. You can tell your face to smile. You can tell your face to frown. You can tell your body whatever you want to tell it, and it will carry out the command you give it. So as you lie your body down to go to sleep at night, say to the body, I'm going to let you sleep deeply and profoundly, and you'll awaken refreshed and rejuvenated, and my mind will be quieter and calmer and more peaceful than it has ever been. Speak to your mind and body, command them in this fashion. But remember, your body is designed to follow your directions, even if those directions are bad for it. Like if you start pouring liquor into your body, even though you know it, and people do this, millions of people do this every day. They pour things into the body they know is bad for their body. And even though the body knows it's bad for it, it still has to obey you. It is your servant. Everybody talks about, oh, I'd like to have a servant. Well, your body is your servant, and it will do anything you tell it to do, even if it's not good for it. You know, you wake up the next morning, you got that hangover, and you're going, oh, I'm never. You feel how terrible your body feels, then you say, I'm never going to do that again, and your body kind of goes, okay, but then you do it again, and then you do it again, and your body learns to not trust you. It stops trusting you if you don't treat it right. But at the same time, it will still do whatever you tell it to do. It has no choice. Your body has no choice. It has to do whatever you tell it to do. So tell it what it's going to do as it sleeps. Hello, Sonia. Can you please tell me if my other senses are opening? I feel other things around me. Thank you. Well, if you're feeling other things around you, that's clairsentience, which means clear feeling. If you're wanting to open up other senses like clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, sign up for our masterclass 101 Awakening, which starts, I believe, October 5th or so, and learn how to connect your guides and angels. Follow a practice and a procedure that's proven to work for hundreds of people in the last few years that have taken our programs. And the 101 masterclass teaches you how to meditate, how to connect your guides, how to connect your angels, how to begin to shift and change your emotional energy, which is quite amazing. Once you start to control your mind and your emotions and your body, you start to get free. October 10th to October 31st is Masterclass 101 Awakening. And some of the things you'll learn is how to connect your guides and angels, learn to channel your guides and angels. You'll receive chakra opening and healing. You'll get action steps on what you need to know to practice channeling, how and why grounding is so important. You'll learn to build belief and trust into your intuition. You'll be able to activate intuition. Ways you'll learn how to raise your vibrational frequency for your body and for your mind. You'll learn how to raise the energy of your mind and body up really easily and naturally. You'll be introduced to breath work. You'll be introduced to different types of nutrition that can elevate and raise the frequency and vitality of your body and help clear your mind. But you'll also be introduced to how to deal with your mind, how to learn to actually begin changing and articulating the mind and the emotions to work for you instead of against you, right? And much, much more. That's just a snippet of what you learn. Oh, you're very welcome. Stop Your Nonsense. I love that handle, by the way. It's a beautiful name. Do my guides have any messages for me as I step into my next chapter? Hi, Matthew. I don't know why, but they're giving me the image of a person on a pogo stick. You know, those single sticks that bounce up and down? That this person is going to launch very high, very far. It's like literally they're being shot out of a cannon, but they're on a pogo stick. So I'm interpreting that to mean that you're about to make, in doing this, you're making a quantum leap forward in your life right now. And they're saying to remember that statement in your mind. I'm always making quantum leaps in my life, especially now because you're that energy, that idea, I'm always making quantum leaps in my life, will add an energy to what you're doing to make it even more pronounced. But congratulations. There's some really exciting and powerful things going to unfold in your life very soon. Excited to hear about that. There we go. Hi. Kathy, I'm always saying I'm grateful to the sun each morning, and it ends and it sends me an orb. It's beautiful. That's wonderful, Kathy. Yeah. Life will always respond to us. Sonia, can you please tell me if my, oh yes, we got to you, Sonia. Thank you. Hi there. How do I find out who my spirit guide is, Michael? Well, there's the simplest way to find out the simplest process, and they've given us the simplest process for connecting to your guides and angels. The first thing you have to do is you have to put your body into a state that is not distracted. So you take your body, you sit it down somewhere. Then you got to get your mind quiet, because the mind is what prevents you from hearing. Because all your mind is made up of your past or a future past you've made up based on that past. So you get the body quiet, you get the mind quiet, and that's when you as a soul can begin to sense and perceive beyond the realm of the physical senses and beyond the realm of all your acquired information, because most people are attached to the information they've been given by the environment, and that inhibits you from perceiving information beyond it. So those two steps, again, those are steps you will learn in the master classes. Masterclass 101 Awakening starts October 10th. You can register at my website, williammichaelforbes.com. And in that class, you'll teach your body and you'll teach your mind how to be still and quiet. Thank you for that. Really appreciate it. Teach your mind and teach your body to be very still and very quiet. And that moment when your mind and body become quiet, that's when you, as a sentient spiritual entity, as a soul, can begin to activate your non-physical senses. clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, which means clear hearing, clear seeing, clear feeling, clear knowing. These are the senses and faculties that you have as a soul. Most souls are identified with the body, and so only perceive through the physical senses, sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell, which are designed to allow you to perceive, comprehend, and apprehend the physical dimension. So when you get your mind and your body out of the way by getting them to a quiet, calm, open, and receptive state, these other faculties start to become available for you. And you just have to then learn how to exercise them, which you will. In the masterclass, we'll show you practices with our other mediums. You'll be working with other teachers and instructors that will show you easily how to begin to activate these other senses that are not based in the body. They're based in your consciousness, your soul. You have them. You have them as a soul. Question from Christopher. Why do crystals fall from the body? Is it because we have grown beyond them? Or is it because the crystals are drawing too much energy from us? Well, there are different crystalline structures that can come out of the body. Literally, that can come out of the body. When that happens, remember it. You're transmitting. Anything that leaves the body isn't necessary for it anymore. I wouldn't be too concerned about it, Chris. Yeah. They're saying do not be concerned about that. There we go. We're back. I hope you got that, Chris. My ex-husband forbid me to go to his mother's funeral today. I loved her for 41 years. Hi, Debbie. Close your eyes for a moment, Debbie. She loves you too. Like she does. She really loves you too. She's been trying to communicate to her son to let him know that he needs to honor and cherish you more than he ever has. This is the time. This is the closest to disappointment that I think a soul that's not in the body can get. But that she was I'll use the term concerned. She was concerned that he was going to do this. But close your eyes right now. Feel her presence. Like relax the body. Yes. You were there more than others were there. She's saying to me to tell you that you were there more than others were there. Your spirit was with me and not just your flesh. Wow. She was so grateful that you put your heart and soul with her. You didn't need to be there physically. She felt your presence more than the presence of most of the other people there because you were there from your heart, not from your head. A lot of people are there in their head, not their heart. Well, congratulations. She knows you were there. And we all do that. We all can astrally project ourselves. Thank you for the heart. I really appreciate it. Thank you for that gift. Much appreciated. What can I do to make my current situation better? Hi, Lynn. The simplest way to begin to, it doesn't matter who you are. Thank you for asking that question, Lynn. For those of you that are here, the process of beginning to shift the energy of your life requires two primary steps. And there's actually three steps, but we'll share these two with you. The first step is teaching your body to relax. You can't shift your life if you've got tension in your body. So the first thing is to get your body relaxed. The second thing is to get your mind, your thinking mind, to get all of those thoughts to be quiet, calm, and peaceful. You literally have to learn to do that. And once your mind and body are quiet, that is when you can begin to generate qualities of energy that will alter and change the function of your life, right? Once you can generate specific emotional qualities as an act of your own free will, you can induce those emotional energies into your physical life. So you get your mind and body into a very relaxed state, and then you go into a vibration of love or a vibration of excitement or a vibration of joy, and you stay connected to that energy, and then you draw that energy into the body, which allows you to bring it into functioning in this world. Someone trying to connect to me over there. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. So somebody's on another device wanting to connect to me through my website. So if you're on my website and if you got a question about the master classes, it will have to wait for a few minutes until I'm finished here, and then I'll get to your consideration. But I'll always respond back. If you use the interface on my website, I will always get back to you in a timely fashion. So if you have any questions or concerns about the courses or classes, feel free to ask them and you will get a response. But yeah, that's the easiest way. Can I tell you who your spirit guide is? He is saying to not say this. I don't know why but this is what he's saying to me to say to you. Yes, Michael, I'm not to tell you at this time. That's what he's saying. He says to say, tell Michael, I cannot tell him at this time. Right? So he's not going to reveal it to you at this time. Hi there. Your babies are always divinely protected. That's a really good one, Foxy Mama. When you say, if you're a parent or a child that's concerned about your parents, remember what you think, and more importantly, what you feel affects them wherever they are in the world. If you're thinking worrisome thoughts about your parents, or your parents are thinking worrisome thoughts about you, these thoughts and the energy that they generate will affect you. If you're going to think about your children or your parents, think righteously about them, think good about them, think the best for them. Wherever they go, they are divinely guided. They meet the right people in the right way at the right time. Have thoughts and ideas about the people that you love and cherish that you want to see embodied in their lives. Especially your family, your children, your parents, your husband, your wife. Think consciously about them, the wonder and the goodness that that you would wish upon them. And so as you wish it on them, it will be wished upon you. What you think shall be brought to you as well. Wish them well. Yeah. Some of you that want to know your guides and angels, sign up for Masterclass 101 and get an experience where you learn an actual process that you can practice, where you teach your soul to awaken from its imprisonment and enslavement to the mind and body. You can't connect your guides and angels when you're stuck with all that noise going on in your head. And yet your guides and angels are constantly giving you numbers, giving you signals, giving you inclinations. Sometimes you feel them around you. You feel your hair stand up on the back of your neck. They try to get through to you, but if your mind is too yuckity, 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 yuck, it's going to be very difficult for you to hear. So you need to teach, and they teach us this all the time. The first 2 steps of a sequence of steps is to teach the body to be still and quiet, undisturbed and undistracted, and then to get your mind silent. In the silence of your mind and the calm of your body, that is when your ears will be able to hear. We are not speaking of your physical ears, but your spiritual ears open when you're not attached to your earthly ears, when you're not attached to your earthly mind. You must put them aside, put the costume aside, and allow your awareness to feel, to hear, to see, to know. It does not have to be that difficult. Thank you for that super chat, Foxy Mom. I really appreciate that. Hi. Hello, May. May saying, good morning, William. My blood test shows there is inflammation in my body. My cardiologist ordered many tests for me next week. What can I do to reduce the inflammation? Thanks. May, the first thing I'm being told is to drink your water in a sacred fashion. They're telling me to tell you to take, anytime you're going to drink water, put your hands on the water and say, thank you for restoring and revitalizing the life in my body. and then drink the water. Never drink water in these next few days, because you now need to acquire evidence so that you know that what we are saying to you is real and applicable to any human individual. But every substance you put in your body, in addition to water, be grateful. Declare its blessing upon your body. But the water will be the most important element to bless and declare and define what the water is going to do to your body. It's going to restore balance and vitality to your body. You define this with every drop of water you drink. Make certain you apply the blessing, right? And do the same thing with the substances of food that you consume as well. Oh, that's a good one. I like that. Hello, Three. Good to see you. Good morning, William. May I ask what your thoughts are about the source energy that Reiki healers are using? Do you think those Reiki symbols are from God or a divine, or what type of energy it is? The origins of Reiki symbology goes back to several thousand years ago. You know, when Master Jesus ventured into China and the Asian states, where it was recognized there's positionings called what they call mudras, positions of the hands that orchestrate and utilize energy very specifically. One of the things, for example, that I'm often having my body do under the direction of my guides and angels is they'll have me pull energy in this way. They have me pull energy into the top of the head during meditation so they can transmit it to all the students through the body. So there's different reasons for articulating the body in very specific ways. Symbols do the same thing. There's symbolic movements like Han Shosei Shozen, right? Jokure, Seiheki. These words induce very specific frequencies of energy. And so do certain posturings. The statement of the laying on of hands. You can even take your hands right now and you bring your two hands together. Close your eyes and watch what you feel between your hands. Watch this. So yeah, so you're getting good instruction on understanding that there are functional gestures, words that articulate functions of energy very precisely and very specifically. And Master Jesus was one of the innovators of the symbols that are still used in classical Reiki today in that form of healing, right? Let's see what we got going on here. Thank you. Great question, by the way. You're welcome, Christopher. Oh God, thank you. That's what my subconscious used to think. That's what sleep was for. Wonderful. I'm going to sign up for the masterclass. Wonderful. So glad to hear that. It's life-changing. It's a 3-week. It is an intensive learning course. It's 3 weeks, and there are live events on Zoom every day from Sunday to Friday for 3 weeks. Included in that 3 weeks, you'll be interacting with other mediums that are going to be teaching you techniques and processes for connecting to your guides and angels. Additionally, you're going to be introduced to the practice and study of meditation under the Ascended Masters, who will teach you and guide you through the process of teaching your mind and body the things that they have already learned, how to get the mind and body prepared as an instrument. You'll also be introduced to different types of holistic nutrition that can greatly enhance and improve the vibration and the quality of your physical health. These live events are 1 to 2 hours every day. At least the ones Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday can be as long as 2 hours. Remember, every event in the course is recorded and will be put upon the Facebook group wall where we have a hub. So you'll never miss a class. They'll always be recorded. You can always watch the replays at your time and your leisure and according to your schedule. So don't have to worry about missing a class. They'll always be available for you in the group wall. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be fun meeting you. Good morning to you too. Jasmine, I can attest to taking the master classes. I can hear, see, and speak with my guides and angels now. Yes, you sure can, Jasmine. What a change you've gone through. And virtually, thank you for that. I appreciate that. And I would say a good 90 to 95% of all of our students have achieved some level of significant proficiency in connecting to their guides and angels. And 100% of our students lives have been improved, enhanced, and changed by the program without exception. We've had many healings, many transformations, many changes that occur. And for those students that process works the best for are the ones that keep practicing, the ones that keep doing what they learn. But you'll learn everything you need to learn in these 3 weeks that will be very life transformative. Uh, uh, yes, you can quantum leap out of anything if you understand how to access the feeling. For only $19.99, not bad. No, not $19.99. It's 3 full week course. Yeah, it's only $350 US. Will me and my boyfriend, Tim, be moving soon? Once you let go of the hesitation, it's inevitable. Once you let go of the hesitation, it is inevitable. Once you let go of the hesitation. Thank you, William. Enjoyed being a part of your community. Yes, enjoy having you too, darling. Thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot. Every time you talk about your experience in the master classes, you really let other people know that there's something more to this than they could ever imagine. Right? Fee here is saying master classes are amazing, life-changing. Absolutely, I'm connecting right now. I can feel my guides with me. A lot of people, remember, you have different modalities in spiritual awakening. You have your 5 physical senses. Our master classes are designed to help you wake up your 4 spiritual senses, which were left unattended because the environment caused you to focus only on the physical body. In the master class, we take you on focusing on your spiritual body, your awareness, your energy, your thought realm, so you can begin to make changes in it. It's really remarkable. All right. What herbs can help Kundalini ascension? 2 herbs that really stand out are parsley is one, and the other one's right on the tip of my tongue. Whenever it's funny, it's one of my favorite herbs, and for some reason the name is being blocked for you right now. But parsley is one, and there's another one that's similar in leaf structure to parsley, coriander. And coriander is from my personal opinion, one of the highest vibrational herbs for raising your Kundalini up. Coriander, right? And you don't want to just, when you put it in your mouth and you chew it, you don't want to get into the sensation of what you're chewing, but the energy of what is released from the body of that plant. Because when you start masticating it, you start to liberate the spiritual energies from the substance, and you can then, through your breath, draw those energies into the body. Someone's saying, I have taken all 4 classes about 3 times. I am no longer the person I used to be. That's wonderful, Pamela. It's very true. I can testify to that. Hi. Why does cousin Lahoma not like me and my sister K-Day? Yes. All I'm feeling is this wall of anger. I'm just feeling like a wall of anger, and I don't want to intrude past it, but I'm just feeling this wall of anger. I am being told there's a way you can help break that wall down. You can break that wall down rather than focusing on how much you think she doesn't like you. You need to get into the energy that you love. You want to love, cherish, and honor who she is. Fill your mind with that thought and direct that thought to her. I love, honor, and cherish you. Focus on that. Only think that about her in your mind's eye, because many of you need to have proof and evidence that what we say is true. So in your mind's eye, only think this to her: I love, honor, and cherish you. Do not tell her what you're doing. Just observe what happens when you do this. But do it consistently. You should see the result within the next 3 days. But it must be consistently done in your mind. You can't go one moment saying, I love, honor, and cherish your presence in my life, and then think, oh, she doesn't like me. You stay on the one idea. Feel the truth of those words, for the truth of those words is what you would want to feel: loved, honored, and cherished by this dear one. And so hold that for her. I am loved, honored, and cherished by her. You may go so far as to say, I love, honor, and cherish her also. Thank you for that wonderful gift. I really appreciate that. It's wonderful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Hi. Hi, Nahid. Good morning from Kansas. Well, hello, Kansas. Please, anything from my son. I'm so broken. Sending you love's light. Okay, Nahid. I don't know if I can invite you on, because we could do this together right now. Let's see if it gives me the option to do that. Okay, I'm going to send Nahid an invite. Now, you don't have to accept this invite, and that's okay if you don't. But if you do accept the invite, be prepared, because we'll take you on a journey where you can connect to your son's presence. Because when the body ceases to function, that does not end the existence of the soul. It only ends the function of the medium called the body through which that soul expressed. Just like this body that's got words coming through it right now is the medium through which the information coming through this body are coming out through the mouth. If this body were not here, you would not hear physical words coming out of it, but I would still exist. The capacity for you to tune into your son's energy is what we're referring to right now. And so, Nahid, I would suggest this to you right now. Take a slow and deep breath, like a very slow and deep breath, and allow the body to relax. Remember, the moment you assume authority over the breath of your body, you are now moving to the position of creation. So use your breath and relax your body. Allow all the arms, the legs, all the muscles on your face. As you exhale, give them all permission to release, to relax, to let go. And as you do that, now turn your attention to your thoughts, to your emotions. And as you turn your attention to your thoughts and your emotions, just make this gentle sound into your mind. Make this gentle sound into your mind. Make that gentle sound in your mind again. And observe that as you make that gentle sound, watch how the thoughts and the emotions begin to subside. If they arise again, gently apply that sound again. As you get your emotions and your thoughts quieter and your body more relaxed, you prepare yourself to feel your son's energy and presence with you. So with each breath, continue to allow the mind and body to relax more. And now feel the space around your body. Just become aware of the space around the body, how it feels at this moment. As you now feel the space around your body, think and speak your son's name in this fashion. Speak his name and ask him to come close to you. And observe how the space changes as his energy moves into that space. You might feel a variation in temperature. You might feel a pressure. You might feel a tingling sensation. But you will experience what you experience based on how your son's energy interacts with you in response to your requests. As you feel that, describe what you're feeling in the comments. Take a moment, feel it, feel this presence. Describe what you are sensing in that space as he comes into it. How does he present to you his energy? Again, many people can sense tingling sensation, variances in temperature. They can feel a movement of wind around them. Sometimes you can feel the hair standing up on your body. Their energy will interact with you in a way that you can perceive it if you're intently aware of and looking for the response. But let us know what happened. And then if you're ready to go a little deeper, book a reading with me, book a one-on-one session with me, and you can have a full-on conversation with your son. Right? Hi. I know that was you. No worries. It's all good. Well, me and my boyfriend, we got to that too. How can I astral travel? Again, astral traveling and astral projection requires two primary steps first to be taken. One, getting the body quiet and relaxed, getting the thoughts, the memories, the emotions quiet. Once your mind and body are out of the way, then you as a soul, as an awareness, can begin to explore beyond the body. You can begin that process. And once you learn to start exploring beyond the body with your awareness, you become more sensitive to different subtle energies. Because what your body senses is what the body senses. It's designed to perceive and experience the physical dimension only. But the body's range of perception is fairly limited compared to the range of perception that your soul can tune into. So once the mind and body are put into a state where they're not distracting you or disturbing you, then you can begin to explore other realms. You can move your awareness to different points of time and space. Again, this takes practice. For some of you, it can happen, and we've watched it happen very quickly for some people. But generally speaking, most people have to teach their mind and teach the body over a period of time to get the mind and body to assume the posturing and position that allows you to explore beyond its framework, right? You have to teach it. You have to learn it. Hi, Kimberly. Hello, William. It's Kim from class. Is there any message for me today? Hang on, Kimberly. Let me just finish this here. There we go. There we go. Someone keeps hearing the word ebb and flow. A message for Kimberly. Yeah. Take the meditation from Patreon last night and go over it again. Do the meditation from Patreon again. Because what you're wanting from us, you have within you now. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you touch it? It is within you. That which you would seek from us is within you. It is within you. Hi, William. Question. Why do I feel cramping in my heart? Again, your body will always talk to you on the level of that. Take your hands, your right hand first over the physical heart, and the left hand on top of it. And just place them there on just over the physical heart. And as you place your hands over the physical heart, just allow yourself to feel what's energetically happening between the hands and the heart. Just energetically feel. Now, as you start to feel the energy intersecting and interacting between the hands and the heart, speak and think these words into the heart. Love is the rhythm of my life. Think and speak those words. Feel the meaning and conviction in their meaning. Go deeply into those words. Love synchronizes the heartbeat of my life. And observe what happens. The flexibility, your heart has to open too. There's an opening that's going to happen for you in the next couple of days, Bridget. There's an energetic opening that's going to happen for you in the next couple of days. I'm told to tell you that now too. Thank you so much for that love, Debbie. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Hi. Hi. Thank you so much for that. Everybody has guides. You already are an animal communicator. You just have to, again, you have to practice feeling what, because animals communicate on pure energy. They communicate telepathically and energetically. You got to get your head out of the way. Hi. I am new. How do I do this? Hi there, Nahid. Again, you felt warmth. Wonderful. So remember, your loved ones, your guides, your angels can communicate to you on the level that you're able to receive. So at this time, you could feel your son's energy as warmth. Now, as you go, when you go back to that now and go and go through the process again, and again, ask him to come closer to you again, and then ask him to come closer still, and observe what changes. What you want to do now is you want to interact with his consciousness so that you get to experience how you can rebuild the communication pathways that can't exist in the physical dimension but can exist in your consciousness. Because just because the body does not, he doesn't have a body, doesn't mean he doesn't exist. And that's true for all of our loved ones. Um, he said the warmth that you felt was the love that he's been trying to send to you since he departed. He says this is the first time you've been so caught up in the belief that you've lost him, you have not been able to receive him. That's all that's happened. Now you're beginning to receive him. You're receiving his energy. And you can practice that. Spend time, 10 or 15 minutes communing with his energy. He loves you very, very much. And he's been with you since that transitional time he went through. He's been trying to let you know that you're not alone. You are loved. You are cherished. Um, he's been really, um, my brain is interpreting this deep compassion that he's feeling. My brain is interpreting his deep compassion for what you've been going through. Um, and the way my brain was interpreting that was like sadness, but no, this is a deep compassion he has for what you're going through. He really is like, yes, the suffering. Yes, he's very excited now. He's getting very excited because he's recognizing that you're beginning to feel him now. This always happens when they start to know you're actually sensing and feeling them. They want to connect you. They get really excited, right? It's a typical thing. So practice every day, like being present with his energy. Receive his love. He receives yours all the time, but you can't receive. He says, when you believe, tell yourself they're gone, they're dead. When you tell yourself that, you set up a block in energy that prevents you from feeling their energy. He's dead in the sense that he no longer has a physical body, but he, as a sentient being, still exists. He just does not have the medium of a physical body to talk to you in words, but he still has an energy body that you can tune into and experience and commune through and learn to build up dialogue. It's how you learn to connect to your guides and your angels, a process of dialogue, right? Uh, Kimberly saying, I just felt some intense heat and the cramping sensation decreased. Thank you so much, William. Wonderful. Glad to hear that. Thank you for that super sticker, Kimberly. Thank you for that super sticker, Bridget. Really appreciate it. Um, William, can you please send some healing energy to my mother and Brandon, my brother? He is going through detoxing. Okay, if I'm accepting that as consent and permission to do this. Again, I'm not a medical intuitive, but I am a Reiki master and a healer, and I've been given information about people. But I'm going to transmit that healing energy to your mother and your brother right now, to the level that they're able to receive it. I'm just going to take 30 seconds to do this, everybody. Just give me a moment here. To the way that they are able and willing to receive it, it shall be received. Oh, it's funny. My camera is going a little blurry on YouTube. Sorry, guys. Must be the signal. Yeah, Starlink has not been performing as well as it did last year. Hi. Hey, anything for me today? I watch you all the time. Truly grateful for your teaching. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. I'm so grateful that you're grateful. And I'm really grateful that you guys are coming out and dropping by. Remember, the function of healing is a natural ability that every single human soul has as a potential. Your body's designed to heal in its own way, but you as a soul can augment or inhibit the natural function of healing that your body is capable of. Right. But I'm really glad to have you here. Anything for you today? I don't know why, but I'm something about chewing gum and hopscotch. I don't know what they're going to mean for you, but I'm being something about chewing gum and hopscotch. Who is this? I don't know. This feels like a childhood friend of yours. But chewing gum and hopscotch, like really clear and pink, and it's some little black dog as well. But again, chewing gum and hopscotch, whatever that all means for you, that's what has come through for you, Lisa. So I'm not going to assign any meaning to it. That I just don't want to do that. Just let it come to you the way it comes to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Drusilla is saying, I've been able to connect to my son. Thank you. I'm so grateful to be here. I love to take your classes. Please do sign up. Your son. When people understand this, once you start to experience the different energy, the mourning here's why the people mourn when someone dies. Their physical body is gone. No question about it. The body is gone. But most people associate the body as the person. The soul and the body are different things. They work together while they're in union. But when the body ceases to function, most people are attached to the body as being the person. So that you think and you believe, and your body believes that they're gone from existence because the body's not there, because you're used to energetically interacting on a physical dimension. But when you shift your perceptual apparatus from perceiving them as only a body and move to the realm of consciousness and energy, which is a non-physical state that you live in as a soul. You are a non-physical entity working and living through the medium of a physical body that follows your directions and instructions. Every sentient being, every human soul is a non-physical entity inhabiting a physical medium for the purpose of articulating the function of creation. So when you teach your mind and body to get out of the way, be still and quiet, you can open up these dormant faculties that you have that allow you to perceive your loved ones, your angels, your guides, and other dimensions of consciousness and information that become available to you when you're not trapped in the content of your mind and the memory of the mind and the expectations of the future that are all in your mind. When you get your mind and body out of the way, it's like taking a mask off so you can see differently than the mask will let you see, and hear differently than the mask will let you hear. So I'm really happy for you that you felt that warmth and that comfort from your son. He's been trying to give you that love for a long time. And so when you move into energy, you start feeling his energy. It's a wonderful thing. There will come a point in time, he's saying, that he will be moving on to other incarnations and different things. And that's another wonderful bridge to cross. But once you know that death is the illusion of matter, then you don't have to be so concerned about what's going to happen when the body ceases to function, even with your loved ones. The soul cannot die. It can only change from one form to another. Right? Your soul can't die. Your body will cease to function. It'll go back to the dust from whence it came. I'm sorry on YouTube about the quality of the video. I think that's the signal. Let me see if I can just change a setting here. Maybe if I just general camera. Let's see if we can go down. What if I go down to 480? Let's try 480. There, let's see how that works. Okay. Oh, there, that's better. Just had to change the resolution on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, you'll learn a lot in the classes. You won't just learn about connecting to your guides and angels. You're also going to learn how to connect to your own divinity. Imagine if you come to the understanding that the nature and source of your life is love. That the nature and source of your life is love. That's the nature and source of you is love. Hi. Oh yeah, Drusilla's just saying. Lisa or Lisa, is it Lisa or is it Nahid? So Nahid, Drusilla is saying when you tell them to come close and then back up, and they back up, then tell them to come closer again. The proof is right there. So you can ask your son to step back and come forward. Thank you for that, Kathy. Appreciate that. So when you call in a loved one and you start to feel their energy, you can ask them to step back and ask them to come closer, and you'll feel the shift and the change in the energy. Conventional psychology and psychotherapy cannot measure the emotional field of the soul. Conventional science has not quite figured out how to measure the vibrational frequency of a soul. And they have not learned how to measure the vibrational frequency of emotional energy. But we can observe the visible effects of emotional energy through the body. If somebody's angry or excited, the body energetically reacts to that. But science has not recognized that emotions organize matter. We know it organizes behavior. It's readily and easily understandable that emotion organizes behavior. But science has not gotten so far as to say that your emotions will also organize your environment. That 9 billion people are indeed able to cause earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, pole shifts, coronal mass ejections. We cause effects in our experience of time, space, and matter. And as we collectively become more aware of that, we can shift and change what's about to happen, right? We can totally shift it and change it. Hi, good to see you. Welcome and thank you. Glad to see you today too, Queen Sheba. Hi. Thank you for the badges. I was wondering if you can help me decide what job direction to start my own business. Wow. I don't know why, but I'm hearing music like a tin drum. I'm hearing like a tin drum. It's beautiful, beautiful music. Whoever's playing this. But this is the part of the message for you. Is there anything else? So like this is a really, if you've ever heard those tin drums, you hear them in the Caribbean and places like that. But there's somebody like playing it beautifully, magnificently. Play it, play it. Yeah. Make the play, make the play, make the play. Don't delay. Make the play, don't delay. I like that. Yeah. Do it. Don't hesitate. On a parasite, colon detox and health protocol, anxiety, stress, bad. Is it because of the parasites leaving? Yes, it is. With your anxiety, again, I cannot encourage you enough. Sign up for the Masterclass 101. It starts October the 10th. You won't just learn how to connect to your guides and angels. You'll learn how to take proper, healthy authority and autonomy over your mind and body and emotions. Like right now, turn to your anxiety. Turn your attention to your anxiety right now. Notice where your anxiety lives in your body. And then turn to the anxiety as you feel it in your body and say to it, no matter how you feel, I'm willing to love you anyway. Just think that thought to your anxiety. No matter how you feel, I'm willing to love you anyway. And repeat that 3 times. No matter how you feel, I'm willing to love you anyway. No matter how you feel, I'm willing to love you anyway. No matter how you feel, I'm willing to love you anyway. Watch what happens to the anxiety, and then leave a comment in the comment sections about what happened to your anxiety if you did that. I hope you did that. Please do it. Don't waste any time. Your life is precious. Hi. Take a couple more questions. Both my emails have the word joy in them. It's nice to see here. I've gone through a lot of changes. I wake every night at 3:33 and smell his breath. Is it him? You already know the answer to that question. Yes, it is him. They can only connect with you on the level that you're able to receive them. And if you're really caught up in the pain and the belief in their loss, you disconnect from their energy for them. It sounds like he's certainly very persistent. But yes, you are actually sensing his energetic presence, because that's something that your body can know is his presence. Right? In that process that you just learned a little earlier, Nahid, teaching the body and mind to be still and quiet, you can build up the communion with that person more profoundly than you ever thought possible. Remember, the soul is immortal, the body finite. Right? Yeah, you are smelling them. It's really nice when that happens. There we go. Thank you. It's calming. Wonderful. Remember, your emotion is your energy, and your energy you can control if you have the right tools and practices to do so. In our master classes, you will learn what that person just experienced in less than 20 seconds. They made their anxiety diminish. But your anxiety is not you. Your emotions are not you. Your emotions are energy that you've cultivated or have been taught to cultivate. And again, I cannot stress how simple and easy transitioning away from suffering towards love is when you get the right environment and the right system of training. Yes, that does happen a lot, Kathy. My voice changes as different beings will speak through me. It's very exciting. It's very exciting when you get to realize that you're never alone. You're never, ever alone. And that you have guides, you have angels that can give you information that no man, no woman in this world can give you. You can gain access to infinite information, what some people call the Akashic records or the heavenly library. It doesn't matter what you call it. But you can learn to shift your awareness from the physical dimension to spiritual dimensions where information, knowledge, wisdom, and truth are available on a scale far beyond anything humans can conceive of. Even our AI does not have access to the infinite spectrum of information and knowledge that the quantum field of the divine consciousness contains within it. Right? There will be no man-made manifestation that will ever be able to do that. What the divine consciousness can do. How do you join your classes? Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and go to the courses section, and you'll see Masterclass 101 Awakening starts October the 10th. It's a 3-week program, and it is an intense program. There will be a live event every single day from Sunday right through till Friday, every week for 3 weeks. These are live events where you'll be engaging with our mediums, our nutritionists, myself, the Ascended Masters, and other multidimensional beings that will come to that course to work with you and guide you in the process of your awakening, right? And your healing. Healing happens in the classes spontaneously and naturally. Healings are natural phenomena. How's my mom, William? Does she want to say anything to me or my brother, Mike? She was worried that we would not have a relationship with my brother, but we do. I know, and she's very happy about that, Tanya. Yes. The words I'm just getting the word in just like a word from a typewriter popping up in my consciousness. WHEWW. Whoo! She's really glad that you two have connected. She was concerned that it might not happen. And she's really grateful that you took the initiative to make certain that it did, that you both reached out like that. She's very, very happy about that. She'll be able to move on to her next incarnation now that this cycle is complete. This circle is now complete. Congratulations. You guys have just helped your mother move on. Right? It's wonderful. Have a great day, Foxy Mama. Appreciate your time. Thank you for coming out. And everybody, patrons all alike, thank you for your support of this channel. For my TikTok followers and subscribers, my YouTube followers and subscribers, Facebook followers, listen, the only thing that's real is love. but we can believe in other things being real and experience something other than that. But that's the truth. Only love is real. I want you guys to have a wonderful day. Thank you for supporting the channel, and I love you all very much. And I appreciate everything you contribute to helping others get this information. Do what you can. Like, subscribe, share, follow, and I'll see you guys on the Monday edition of Shortcuts. You guys at 4 p.m. today. I'm looking forward to what we're going to be manifesting then. Much love, everybody. Bye for now.